Hey, this is Henrietta, the real church lady. You know, the Bible makes no mention of what Jesus looked like. We know that he was a Jew and he was from the Middle East, okay? But for centuries, we've been bombarded with this blue-eyed, blonde-haired 5-year-old. Can't believe it's not but a hair blowing in the wind, looking like a model on the front of Harlequin romance magazines. So black people say, we woke now. We're going to make our own Jesus. So now we got a Jesus with an afro and a kente cloth robe, or either we got the superfly Jesus with the long sew-in and a crown of thorns around his head with blood dripping down, and then we got the Bob Marley Jesus, you know, the one with the dreadlocks. You know, the Bible told us that God made man in his image, but we done flipped that script, honey. We started making God in our image. Way back in the Stone Age, when I was a little girl, I would sit down at my grandma's house. You know, you couldn't sit down on the couch because it had plastic on it. That was for visitors. But I'd sit on the floor and I would look through all of the albums that we had that had been passed down through generations. And I would look at this picture and that, and she would point out a great-great-grandmother and her mother's mother. So I had an idea of what these people looked like. But you know what? Mary them ain't had no Kodak camera, and they sure ain't got no family album. They done passed down. So we don't know what Jesus looked like. The Bible says that do not make an image of anything that's above the earth, below the earth, in the heavens above. It's a sin. It's called idolatry. So this is what y'all need to do. Y'all need to go and get them Jesuses that y'all got on the wall. You know, the one, the velvet one, the one that's next to Elvis. Now, don't mess with Elvis because he ain't got nothing to do with this. And take that stuff down. So when you find yourself in dire straits and you need to get a prayer through, you got a loved one that's sick and dying, and you want God's healing power to come down, do y'all sit around and decide amongst yourself, what Jesus we going to call on? We going to call on white Jesus or black Jesus? No, you just call on Jesus. Just Jesus, y'all. Just Jesus, just Jesus.